Welcome to the Cashflow Academy YouTube page, and today we're going to dive into non-farm payrolls. We're going to talk about the Fed's next move. The probability of a rate cut has skyrocketed. We'll talk about those percentage probabilities and where markets go next. But before we get into that, make sure you smash that subscribe button so that you can be notified the next time videos come out. We want to give you as much education, know-how as possible. So make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when videos are released. So let's jump in here. If we look at last week's calendar, so this is looking back in the past, on Wednesday we had the Fed meeting, the FOMC. The Fed did not change rates, and in their statement, they really didn't point to a strong likelihood that they would cut rates in September. It was sort of up in the air. Then Friday came about, and the non-farm payrolls not only missed expectations, they were expected to come in at 106,000 and instead came in at 73,000. That was a huge miss. But it was worse than that because the revisions back to prior numbers were just dreadful. So how bad were they? Well, let's dig into the numbers. First of all, they were bad enough that the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics got fired. So they were pretty bad. And Trump was obviously not happy and said that it was, miscalculated, whatever it was. But July's jobs were released last Friday. They cut May's numbers by 125,000. They cut June's numbers by 133,000. So that's 258,000 jobs that were supposed to have been there that just were not accurate. The statistics, the numbers were just not accurate. Then we dig into the Fed, and the Fed, the probability, so on that news, yields tanked, equities slumped, the Dow was down 600 points, but the probability of a September rate cut skyrocketed. Going into that, it was at 37%, sort of a coin flip, but less probable, not more probable that the Fed would cut, less probable. And after that meeting, it immediately went to 80%. As of this morning, which is Monday morning, after that was released, now we're up to 90% probability of an interest rate cut in September. And it gets a little worse than that in terms of the economic projections and what this means. If you know that jobs are not being gained and are being lost and that the unemployment rate is going up, that's a bad thing. And so the Fed has two mandates, right? They're a dual mandate. They want to keep full employment. Well, now the employment picture is more murky. They want to keep price stability. They want to make sure inflation doesn't run rampant and out of control and they lose price stability like they did a couple of years ago. So if they're losing on jobs, though, the probability of a rate cut skyrockets because they say, okay, we've got to get out ahead of this. We've got to make sure that the economy keeps chugging along, that we don't go into a deep, drawn-out recession and so forth. And so now their attention is turning to jobs. But it's a little bit of a catch-22. Some might say, well, if they're cutting rates, that's good for the stock market, right? Well, if you have a stronger economy, if the economy is weakening, and they're reacting to that, if the economy is slowing and they're trying to be like a doctor and provide medicine for a sick patient, that's not such a good situation, right? And that's more of what we're seeing is the economic data is coming in weaker than anticipated. In fact, Goldman Sachs cut their forecasts and said for the next 2 quarters, the rest of 2025, we only expect 1% economic growth. So the question investors are now stuck with is, well, do we go into the markets saying that the Fed's going to cut rates, that should fuel upside in equities, or are we worried about the economy getting worse? Are we worried about that it gets uglier and that the numbers come in worse and worse? There's a deeper slowdown, there's a recession and so on, and we're already trading at lofty valuations. We'll talk about that in another video where the S&P 500 is majority made up of 7 names. And those 7 names, if we have an economic slowdown and they slump, they're going to pull the equity markets down with them. So it's a tricky spot to be. In the shorter term, there's some opportunities. In the longer term, we're probably going to get substantially lower prices. if you have a long-term horizon, which will present more opportunities. So we're talking to our students about, okay, it's been a nice run, but let's be aware of the potential downfall, the potential risk, and how to take advantage of that. And there are some amazing ways to get paid to buy the stock you want at lower prices and then start to create some cash flow from that. So the additional video coming out on stock market valuations, check that one out. Again, hit that subscribe button so you get notified. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll see you next time.